Hi, my name is Aaron Anastasi with Superior Singing Method, and this is Sing Amazingly, Small Trick, Big Change. All right, this is Sing Amazingly, Small Trick, Big Change. Now, when most people sing, I notice that as they're singing, they're like running out of breath. You know, they're singing a phrase or somewhere between. Their chest tends to collapse. It's either maybe the shoulders forward or a little bit hunched over like this. And this is a big deal. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but what's happening is you're covering up a lot of the space for your diaphragm to descend and for a lot of air to be there. So we have the full maximum amount of air to where we can sing the notes we need to sing. So we have enough air to do. You've heard the old adage. It's like, hey, when you're in real estate, there are three most important things to think about when you're buying a house. It's location, 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 whatever. It's true. A little cheesy, but actually is true. My teacher used to say there are three most important things, when it comes to singing. It's air, and air, kind of same idea. You want to have that air to work with. The air is like, that's the fodder that you're working with. The air is like I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but it's the gold of singing. It's the whatever. The word will come to me later and I'll just shout it out and it won't make any sense. It'll be in the middle of me trying to talk about something else. But what we're doing here with the air, when we're collapsing our chest, we're getting rid of a lot of that air that we need. So what I want you to do is I want you to have your chest up high and not crazy high. Here's a good trick. If you just put your arms behind your back and you grab onto your wrists, this is about where I want your chest. And if you notice, it's not crazy high. It's still like a comfortable posture. But in this way, I'm utilizing all the space for the air to be there because the air is the primary commodity that I need with singing. That might have been the word, commodity. It's the commodity. I don't think that was it, but that's closer. We're getting there. Maybe by the end of the video. No promises. Okay, so what the air is going to help you too, it helps everything, certainly with the resonance and certainly with the power and all this stuff, but it's going to help with your pitch too, because if you don't have enough air, you'll notice that your pitch will kind of falter because you don't have the connectedness and the air that you need to really support that note, and so it's your pitch could be dipping if you don't have enough air. Okay, so what else do I want to say? You want your breath to be connected. You want the resonance and the power. You want to engage the diaphragm. And you probably hear a lot about the diaphragm. Basically, when your posture's nice and full, and when you take a nice full breath, not a deep breath. I don't want you tanking up. When you have a nice full breath, what happens is the diaphragm descends and it separates, it like displaces some of the organs and creates this nice space in here for your lungs to be able to expand. And you want your lungs to expand. Why? Because air, right? Exactly. So that's what we want. And so this exercise, I want to give you an exercise that it starts with E and it goes to hey. And so I just demo it for you and talk a little about it. So it goes E, hey, 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 hey. E, hey, 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 hey. So here's what we're doing with this exercise. The E is a nice narrow vowel. Notice with the E, the sides of your tongue, they're curling up a little bit on the top of your teeth there. They're like kind of like grabbing your teeth up there. E. That's what I want you to do. Just your tongue is like slightly, like that. The sides are coming up. And the reason I say this, the reason this is important is because that E sound it's a narrow vowel sound that's going to help you keep your vocal cords together. It helps keep your vocal cords together because that's always the important thing, keep your vocal cords together while we're doing the higher notes. And granted, what I'm doing is we're starting with the E's and going to the wider vowel, hey, up there, where it's a little harder to keep the vocal cords together. Partially, I do that to challenge you. And also, here's a little trick I want you to do, is I want you to add a little bit of that E vowel shape, E, hey, hey. So when you do hey, I don't want it to be E, hey, hey. I don't want it up there because that's going to blow your vocal cords apart and blow out your voice. I want that hey to have a little bit of that same shape. E, hey, 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 hey. Almost as if you're saying he, but not quite. It's somewhere in between he and hey. And what that's going to do is going to help you remember that when you're in those higher notes, if you're doing a slightly narrower vowel, you're going to be able to sing those higher notes more resonant, keeping your vocal cords together and having that power and that strength that you want. That's a nice little trick. That may not seem like a big deal as I'm saying it. This might be one of the greatest tricks that you can use with all your vowels to add narrow vowels inside of there. And we can talk, I talk a ton about this in my Superior Singing Method course. I have video after video. I have like whole sections on this thing because it's a really important trick and I can't just explain it in one thing. But so you can go check that out if you want. But even right now, you can try it. So you've got the E, hey, hays. So it's challenging you to get that hey in the higher notes. And then you're keeping your chest high, right? And remember this trick right here. You want to be about here for E, hey, 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 hey. And look, if you're feeling discouraged about your singing, maybe you're watching this video and you're like, cool, that's great for you. And like, I want to be a singer, but I just wasn't born with a great voice. Don't let those lies and those myths of our culture mess you up, because you can become a great singer. It just takes some work. It takes some tenacity, the right exercise done in the right way. You can do it. You have a beautiful, amazing voice inside of you that is just waiting to come out. And I can help you bloom that voice. It is possible for you. I just want to let you know. And one of the ways that I can help you do that actually is if you click the link below, I've got a quiz to help you find out what your #1 singing killer is. So if you're discouraged about your voice, it may be that you haven't addressed your #1 singing killer yet, and you haven't corrected it, because that could really be a bottleneck blocking you from, becoming the singer that you want to be. So if you click the link below, there's a quiz there, and it's basically an algorithm that as you answer the questions, it's going to guide you to find out what your #1 singing killer is. And once you find out what your #1 singing killer is, then I'll know what it is, and I will send you a free video, based on tailor-made to your specific #1 singing killer. It could be a handful of them, but there's one probably specific one. I'll send you a video for that, free video, that's going to help you correct that. Because once you correct your #1 singing killer, it's just going to open up more opportunity for you. So if you click the link below, take the quiz, takes about 30 seconds, and then I'll send you your free video to help you correct your #1 singing killer, and you'll be on your way to developing that beautiful voice inside you, carving away all those things that are not that beautiful voice, and becoming the singer that you always wanted to be. So what are you waiting for? To go ahead and click the link below, and I'll see you on the other side.